what would you tell people like who've like are like I'm in a a block of sorts, or I feel like I've lost my creativity, what is the path or sort of way that they can try out to test for themselves to sort of curtail out of that? Yeah.
Sure. Before I answer that, I want to say something
Sure.
else. I
Yeah.
think losing your creative power, it also comes from in small ways that you might not even be aware of, forgetting that you have the power in the first place
Mm,
to design your days, to design your experience, and kind of starting to follow someone else's script. It happens to all of us. It's not, follow the script of what success looks like, what the path needs to be. And slowly you start reading someone else's lines.
yeah.
You're no longer writing your own story. And that's what I mean when I say like losing the creative power, which is losing my protagonist role, that I get to write the story, that life is not just happening to me, that it's happening for me and through me and with me, and I get to play a part in that, a main character role, So I think there are moments in life where that shake us awake to remember,
Yeah.
and this is really what the book is, a call to remember, you know,
Yes.
who you are and what you're capable of and the power you contain, the
Yeah.
story writing skills you have, and that it's not, you're not in the, and it, you're not just the one that it's happening to, you're happening with and with it. So that's what I mean
Yeah.
in terms of your question. And there are pivotal moments that help you find it again,
Hmm.
that make you, first you need the awareness, shit, I'm following someone
Yeah.
else's script here.
Yes.
What, I don't even want this. Like, what's happening? Like, I forgot that I get a chance to choose. I'm like a natural born creator. I get to create this, right? Move into this like consumption mode. And usually it's like big pivotal moments or triggers that snap us out, make us realize who we are.
Hmm.
So in terms of blocks, creative blocks, oftentimes it's losing that connection to what you really want to create, looking at what other people might be doing. That can be a big block. Instead of wondering like, what is it that I want to make, not what it should look like, not what Jane or Harry, whoever is
Yeah.
doing, but really like, what is it, and like, how does that connect to what feels very meaningful and purposeful to you?
Sure.
And I think that's just, I mean, there are many different ways, but that's just one way to reconnect to your own creativity.
What's something you said there, like the awareness piece? That is
Mhm.
that is the biggest piece because as soon as you're aware, then you're like, oh, I'm following somebody else's script. And like that
Totally.
understanding alone can motivate us, I found, to like dig deep and find what's actually ours. That
Yeah.
that aspect of like seeing where it is that I am parroting, essentially something that I've been taught or shown, or in a lot of times it's like because of comparison, or like I should, there's like a should behind it, like I should be doing it
Exactly.
this way, or
Exactly.
I shouldn't do it this way, versus like what's
Exactly.
actually the underneath layer, the layer underneath that, which when those shoulds and shouldn'ts are removed actually expresses itself despite what anybody might think. Right.
Totally. I mean, shooting yourself to
Yeah.
death is the big creative blocker
Right.
that will totally get in your way,
Right.
because you're disconnecting from what you could do
Right. Right.
instead of thinking about what you should do, right?
Right.
So I think it's really powerful. And you're around awareness. There is no change without awareness. You cannot change what you're not aware of.
Exactly.
And there are different things that bring how we see the world, how we're operating in the world, to our awareness.
Mhm.
Different situations that kind of, I don't know if the words are wake us up, but at least give us a different way of seeing.